What is going on, guys? This is DJP3 Games, and welcome to Week 5 of the Professional Battlers League, the PBL, here on the channel. It's a draft battle league. This is Week 5. We are going up against Sleevecard and his Tampa Typhlosions. So, without further ado, let me go ahead and get into what I'm bringing and what he's bringing. So, I am bringing Gigalith, Toxapex, Hydreigon, Magnezone, Metagross, and Breloom. And then he is coming with Keldeo, Mimikyu, Mega Pidgeot, Entei, Raikou, and Landorus T. So he definitely has some legends on his team. It's kind of scary, to be honest, when I was preparing for it, so I wasn't really sure kind of who to bring. I just kind of tried to play typings, and really it was just going to be I have to get set up with rocks or toxic spikes and kind of go from there. That Mimikyu is the thing I'm most scared of. But we're going to go ahead and get onto the battle. Make sure you guys check out Sleevecard. I will drink. Not drinking tonight, but I will leave his link down in the description to his channel, his Twitter. Make sure you go follow him. Go give him a subscribe if you haven't already, and check out his half of the battle. So let's go ahead and get on with it. So this is going to be my very last video that I'm doing post-commentary, because as you guys saw from the stream this previous week, 3DS capture card is working. I actually recorded this video myself. And from now on, we're going to be able to just do everything live. The commentary is going to be live. You can see if I mess up. You can see what's going on. So he's going to lead out with Keldeo. While I bring out Gigalith, my first thing was to get the Sand Stream up and go for the Stealth Rock. I didn't know he was going to lead. I wasn't sure. I thought he was going to lead out with Mega Pidgeot. That's also my reason for going with Gigalith. But ends up coming out with Keldeo, and I'm like, I'm not taking a Secret Sword to the face, so I decided to switch out to Toxapex, and Toxapex absolutely eats it. And I figured, you know what, I can go ahead and get my Toxic Spikes up. It's not going to be a big deal. We pretty much ignore the Sandstorm damage with the Black Sludge. So I see him going up for Calm Minds. I'm like, alright, he probably doesn't have anything that can break through Toxapex too easily, so I know he's probably going to go for another Calm Mind, so I just kind of troll him a little bit and go ahead and go for a Haze this next turn, just to kind of cancel him out, and he did go for that Calm Mind, which I was very happy with. Either way, I still would have got him down to 0. But it made it a little bit better that he went ahead and tried to go for that extra stat boost, and I just sent him back down to 0. Yeah, so this Keldeo, I kind of really didn't know what to do. I can't bring out Magnezone due to its fighting type. But he goes ahead and switch out to Raikou. It's a shiny Raikou. And he takes that poison. I know I'm pretty much screwed with Toxapex staying in, and I went ahead and brought out Breloom, just because I felt if I brought out Gigalith that he was going to go for an Earthquake. But this Raikou has Shadow Ball, I believe, so I ended up swapping out again and going out to Gigalith anyways. And he just goes for a Volt Switch. So it was just kind of pointless switching, to be honest. And I honestly don't remember from the time I was playing. I could have misclicked. But he saw that I have Gigalith out, so he brought out his Landorus T. Due to its flying type ability, Earthquake's not going to be able to hit it, but it's going to be able to hit us with an Earthquake. So I thought about going for Stealth Rocks, but I thought, no, let's play it safe. Let's switch out to Hydreigon in case he goes for that Earthquake, because we have that Levitate ability. Hydreigon has really come in clutch with that Levitate ability, really helping out my ground type weakness. And I just went ahead and went for a Draco Meteor, because, you know, I figured we were going to outspeed, and we got lucky. And we do get the special attack drop, but we do get the KO on Landorus T. So he's going to go ahead and switch out to Mimikyu. Now Mimikyu is probably, it wasn't the biggest problem in this battle, but it was the one I was most scared of, because Mimikyu can hit pretty hard. But once you break its disguise, it's pretty frail. And that's why I switched out to Breloom, not realizing that fighting was kind of weak to Fairy. That was my bad, because I was going to try to Bullet Seed and hit its Disguise and break it and keep going like that. So I decided to switch out to Metagross for that Steel typing advantage. And this Mimikyu's carrying Shadow Claw. So it went ahead and hit us with the Shadow Claw. It does over half, which is alright. But we do get the attack boost to do the weakness policy. I went for a Pursuit just to go ahead and break the Disguise. I didn't think he was going to switch out or anything. I just figured I can break that Disguise and I'll be good to kind of do whatever. And he actually has a red card, so he brings out the Hydreigon. Because I know he's wanting to get rid of this Hydreigon as soon as possible. Because a Choice Scarf Hydreigon is a pretty scary thing. I know a lot of people have been talking about, like, dude, that Hydreigon's scary. I'm like, yeah, I know, I'm glad I have it and other people don't. So I went ahead and switched out to Magnezone. I know Shadow Claw is not going to do anything. Play Rough's not going to do anything to us. We eat that up. Like right there, it only does maybe 20% damage. And he withdraws Mimikyu. And I went for the Flash Cannon. I probably should have went for a Volt Switch or a Thunderbolt. And Magnezone is also Choice Scarfed as well. I kind of need to do some changing about that. Having two Choice Scarf Mons on certain weeks is kind of a bad thing. Especially if you run into problems with switches. Which, I mean, this game was kind of a lot of checks and stuff back and forth. Which hasn't really been too big of a deal, but Toxapex definitely came in handy versus Blastoise this week for sure, due to its bulkiness. And just like that, he doesn't even do any, like hardly any damage with that Bulldoze. And Toxic Spikes, I wish I would have got the Stealth Rocks up versus the Toxic Spikes, but you know, it is what it is. It's some kind of residual damage. It's something that's helping me out. Stealth Rocks just generally does more whenever they switch in. And the amount of times we were switching in, Stealth Rocks would have been a real big pain in the ass to deal with. But we take out the Entei due to poison. So that's 2 of his Mons down. And I'm still sitting with 6. Or except I'm sitting with 5. I forgot he knocked out the Breloom. So he switches back out to the Raikou, you know. I wouldn't expect him to do anything else. Naturally, I switched out. Went out to Gigalith. And get that Signet Stream ability up. That way I can kind of get some extra damage along with that poison. And he actually ends up going with a Z move. And I knew he had the Ghost EMZ, and I think he has the Fairy EMZ. So I was like, okay, I expected the Z Crystal to be on Mimikyu, to be honest. But he goes for Never Ending Nightmare. I think he was just kind of in a tough situation at this point. He didn't really know what to do. So we thought, you know, that might do a decent amount. But it did little to nothing, maybe a quarter of my health, not even. And we get a little bit back with the leftovers. So at this point, we're setting pretty good. I'm kind of, you know, realizing, okay, yeah, this victory is within grasp. He's going to go ahead and Volt Switch out, and I believe he goes out to Keldeo here. Yeah, he comes back out to Keldeo for the typing advantage. I knew he was going to try to go for a Secret Sword. And I know, I definitely, that Keldeo was holding a Lumberry. I didn't know about that until I watched his video, and also when I seen it in the battle. I was like, oh, that's interesting. But yeah. So he withdraws Keldeo again, and sends out Raikou, which I wasn't entirely sure about that switch. I was kind of confused, but I also switched. So I think he tried to pro play my switch, which he actually did. He predicted my switch, so it was very good on his part. I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to switch again, because there's no way I'm leaving Toxapex in here against a Raikou. Otherwise, it's just dumb. But I went ahead and switched out to Magnezone to go ahead and pretty much eat whatever Raikou's going to throw at it, which happened to be a Thunderbolt this time. So we're right under about half damage. So I went ahead and went for the Volt Switch, which I probably could have just gone for whatever. But the poison's going to kill him anyways. But I could have just avoided extra damage on Gigalith if I would have just gone for something else. So we're going to get hit with that Shadow Ball there. But, you know, it does little to nothing. We do get the special defense drop. And unfortunately the Sandstorm subsides one turn after we get Gigalith out. So if we would have waited one more turn, we could have got it right back up. But like I said, his Raikou dies to the poison. And he sends back out Keldeo with the Sacred Sword. Keldeo is just honestly like an interesting sprite if you look at it. Like, it's such a weird Pokemon, in my opinion. But I knew I stood no chance with having dual typing advantage against us. I went ahead and switched out the Toxapex just to eat up that Secret Sword. And then we just kind of scalded it out because we both knew we really didn't have any switch-ins to this. So we just kind of took turn taking blows. He does pretty much nothing. I do pretty much nothing to him, but I have the poison on him, so that does help. So it only takes me 2 Scalds to end up taking out his Keldeo. And then in the next turn is where it kind of gets interesting. I'm for sure like, yeah, alright, I'm about to, you know, win this 5-0, no big deal. He got this burn on us, wasn't really a big deal. It didn't really matter at this point in the game, just due to me being up by so much. But whenever this Keldeo goes down, he switches out to this Pidgeot, which is a Mega Pidgeot, and I know it's gonna have Hurricane, and that was really all I knew for sure on what it had. It turned out to also have Heat Wave, which I didn't even know was a thing Pidgeot could learn. But you know, that's what I get for being new. That's one thing I gotta check is move compatibilities to see what all possible mons are gonna have. That's what I need to do for next week. I'm playing Rayquaza next week, so he's been doing pretty good. I think he's only lost once. So I'm looking back to get back to even. So, but we got confused on that Hurricane, which was just kind of a bummer. We did get the burn, so I was pretty excited about that. Just to kind of help us out, because this Mega Pidgeot's pretty bulky, honestly. He's going to go ahead and, I believe, take us out with Hurricane, yes. Takes us out with the Hurricane, and I go ahead and switch out to Magnezone. Not, like I said, I didn't know he had Heat Wave at the time. So as you can imagine, I'm going to switch out to Magnezone, try to go for a Thunderbolt or a Volt Switch, and he hits us with a Heat Wave because he outspeeds and just annihilates us. So I know if I switch out to Metagross, he's got Heat Wave. So I didn't really have much choice but switching out to Gigalith to a typing advantage. And I figured Hurricane's probably not going to do that much. And then, so we got the burn on him, and now we have the Sandstream, so he's going to take some extra damage there as well. So he does hit us with that Hurricane. And I went ahead and go for the Stone Edge, and it knocks us out. Or knocks him out, not us. Knocks out his Mega Pidgeot. So he actually did get a couple kills with that Mega Pidgeot to kind of save the spread a little bit. So then the last thing left was this Mimikyu, which was the thing I was most scared of, but really that Mega Pidgeot brought the biggest threat. So he almost got us with that Play Rough. It would have been real interesting if he would have got us, because then it would have made it that much closer, and I probably got a little bit worried. But we hit him with the Earthquake, he gets hit with the Sandstorm damage, and then this Poison is going to take him out for us to get the victory. So it was a very good battle. One of my favorites from the season. It was actually nice to have a leg up a little bit and win with more than 1 or 2 mons. This is my biggest win of the season so far. But we're going to go ahead and leave with that. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. I hope you guys are enjoying these kind of Wi-Fi battles and stuff. We're going to be having a lot more on the channel very soon. Make sure you guys go check out Sleevecard. Link is in the description below for his Twitter and his channel as well. And be prepared for next week when we take on Rayquaza. As always, this is the JP3 Games, and I'm out. Peace!